Alright, Shalom Akim. This is Brother Runner. Welcome back here. Another one. This spring probably a bunch of shot. First and foremost, you go up, praise our glory, be until we fall in the sun. Yo, bunch of shy. It's like, yeah. Yeah, it's like, yo, praise on glory, be until we fall in the sun. Yahawah bunch of shy. Demon cells and apostles over the great millstone who rule well and time in this truth and a sincere citation beyond the brethren, pushing this word through truth and sincerest life and to do so. All right, and the brother Banner, come back here. Another one to spring probably bunch of shy. Sincere salutation unto the brethren, pushing this word through truth and sincerity, rest in life and freedom to do so across four corners of the earth, whoever they may be, and they like listening and learning. Today, man, I just want to go into this topic. Obviously, America had their elections, and also Canada is at their end point for their elections, and I've been tuning into the news a lot, man. And as you can see here, there's an article about recession. You got a recession right there. I was reading this one as well. I was watching a video on it actually, talking about shipping ports, man. And the last shipping port, I'm pretty sure is supposed to go out today for over there, man. They don't have no goods. When I say goods, man, I'm talking about like food and food in your grocery store, man. You know how it goes. All right, ports in Los Angeles, warn shipping volume will plummet 35%. You have again sounding the alarm on product shortages as China exports to U.S. plunge. Okay, and don't be surprised if Mexico follows suit and all these other countries, man. That's 3 articles, man, about a recession and shortages on things that people use on a daily. Yeah, man. I thought I'd do a video on this through the spirit because um it's beautiful, man. We're in those times, man. You know, and I'm gonna, obviously I can't talk about this more, but through the spirit, man, this is what we've been talking about. All right, that great ordeal, okay, that famine, okay, that um, what's the word I'm looking for? That uh, the the fear among men, okay, all right, that fear, that sedition, okay. So I'm just gonna read a bit and piece of every single one. Salakia. And I'm gonna also grab a couple scriptures, man. All right, because this is the beginning, man. This is the beginning of exactly what we told everybody was going to happen. All right, you can go back and even watch my camp videos. You can go watch my sit downs, all of it, man. Okay. Um, I was talking about this as well, man, through the spirit. Okay, and fuck yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this to the spirit, man. And again, man, this is only the beginning of the end. Okay. Um, don't be surprised more and more if you see certain brands not on your shelves. Okay. And the worst part about it is whatever that's left is gonna be the price is gonna be upped even more, man. Okay, especially on those meats, guys. Okay, you like to cook, like to eat, those prices on the meat's gonna go up. Okay. All right. They already did it to the vehicles. Okay. They already did it to the clothes. Okay. All of it, man. All right. So I don't want to go too long and ramble, but since U.S. economy shrank in the first quarter of the year, accelerating recession fears, and I believe the the minute Biden left office, they're seeing how a lot of people resigned as CEOs, and the stock markets were dropping. Okay, so this was already a sign, man. Since in early 2025, concerns about trajectory of the U.S. economy has intensified, with multiple indicators pointing to the potential of recession or even stagflation, meaning a standstill. So the economy is bad, it'll be at a standstill, or it would just go straight into a recession, which we're already in a recession. All right, and as you guys can remember, if you guys can, Biden's press conferences, man. See, this is why we got to pay attention to all these things, man, because we're the watchmen. Okay, we are the watchmen, man. We are the watchers, guys. We are the visionaries. Okay, aka the prophets. Okay, All right, this is why it's important you guys watch the news, and it gives you video ideas. Read, get our apps like this, end time headlines, because it keeps you posted. All right, and for those who are confused, or if it be of that sort, man. All right, this is what our job is, man. Okay, to warn, and this is what we do. We go out there and teach. We do these sit downs, and we're warning and teaching you guys, man. Okay, this is why when those times come, we're not gonna be all, oh shit, what the hell's going on, man. We already know what's coming. We're gonna be okay. It's go time. All right. So again, man, this shit is going downhill, man. All right. You already know we're in a recession when it's hard to get a job, guys. Think about it. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to you got the qualifications and you can't even get a job. You gotta know somebody on the inside. You gotta know this, and man, this shit is cooked, man. We are cooked. All right. So that's that article. I'm gonna just read a bits and pieces of every single one. Okay. So we're already in a stagnation, aka a recession, guys. Okay, so that's the job market. This is gonna be regarding this one's gonna be regarding um your goods, guys. Okay, electronics, your clothes, your food, your food, guys. Okay, your food. A matter of fact, let's grab a scripture real quick. All right, because that food, man, once it becomes short, and whatever's left is here, people are gonna go berserk, man. Okay, they're gonna go berserk for whatever's left. All right. This is Second Kings, chapter I believe 6, verse 25. All right, that's why the Lord said there shall be sedition among men, because men are going to be invading one another. People are going to be robbing each other, killing each other for food. Okay, breaking and entering people's properties and houses. Okay, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going on simultaneously at once. Okay, the scriptures tell you about this. Second Kings chapter 6 verse 25 says, there was great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass head was sold for four score pieces of silver. So there was famine. I mean, Slovakia. There was inflation back then in those markets, in Rome, in Samaria, in Egypt, because the economy was going bad, guys. This is a natural byproduct of what happens to economies when they fall short, guys. Okay, so I'm literally reading from the times of old, and it literally says an ass's head for sold for four score pieces of silver, meaning it was inflation on the ass's head. All right. It says Port of Los Angeles warns shipping volume will plummet 35%. And the reason why I believe the shipments are slow is because of the tariffs. So they're gonna start to, the next shipment they're gonna tax heavily on it, guys. This is the last shipment before those major tariffs hit, guys. So don't be surprised if they're gonna start to ship out a bit because they have to pay taxes on it. Okay, and they're gonna start to decrease more and more and more the volume of food we're gonna get. And I spoke about this from years ago through the spirit. Not only just me, but the brothers also. Okay, don't be surprised if the portion of your food that you get in grocery stores and restaurants decrease even more, guys. All right, so the Port of Los Angeles, critical hub for the U.S. trade, is bracing for a significant decline in shipping volume with a projected 35% drop in cargo from Asia next week. Okay, and according to Genie Soka reports exclusive director, this sharp reduction in attributed to escalate tariffs. Just like we said, guys, I didn't even know that it said that. Just like it's talking about the tariffs on Chinese good imposed by Trump administration. Okay, and I believe Trump was threatening to even go up to 50% on the tariffs, guys. So this shit about to get out of hand, man. All right, which have distributed global supply chains and prominent major American retailers to halt shipments from China. So there you go. Just like I was speaking about through the spirit, they're gonna start to halt shipments because the taxes, okay, the tariffs on the products, okay, those big shipments they used to get, and it's loaded on the cargo ships, just like you see in the picture. About to come up with the next one. Okay, that shit's gonna stop, guys. The fallout from these tariffs is raising concerns about potential economic ripple effects, including higher consumer prices, meaning we're gonna pay more. Inflation, guys, we just read it. Reduced product availability. Boom. We're not going to get certain things. Delays. Oh, yeah, we don't have that much steak, guys. We don't have that much eggs. We don't have that much chicken. Okay, your seasoning, your spices. Okay, and not to mention your cars. You're gonna, man, it's about to get crazy out here, man. This is the job losses in transport. So you're gonna start to see even with these guys, because these guys work on the ports, guys. So they're gonna lose their jobs. They're gonna be their shifts gonna start getting cut. They're probably gonna leave and go try to find another job. A whole ripple effect, guys. Okay, and let's get the last one. Let's read it. All right, this shit gonna be a ripple effect, guys. It says in Second Kings chapter 6 verse 25, for 4 score pieces of silver, and the fourth part of the cab of the dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So inflation, guys, even in the times of Samaria, and we already know about Rome and Egypt, those are greater empires, and they fell 10 times worse. The greater or the bigger they are, the harder they fall, man. Okay, that's saying, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 16. Okay. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. Okay, and this was the Lord that was destroying Israel. Okay, because man, Israel just has a known perpetual disobedience to the Lord, man. And the Lord uses these heathens to destroy us, man. Even in these times. It says, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase famine upon you, and will break the staff of your bread. The staff of your bread is the source of your food, guys. So that's what's slowly happening as we speak. It says experts sound the alarm on product shortages as China exports to the U.S. plunge. Recent trade data reveals a sharp decline in Chinese exports to the United States, sparking fears of product shortages, inflationary, inflationary pressure as fresh rounds of tariffs take effect. That's why there's no shipments. Okay. All right. Administration of customers Chinese exports in U.S. fell by 21% in March 2025, the same amount a month earlier. The plunge comes from heels of new U.S. tariffs imposed in February, targeting a wide range of Chinese goods, including electronics, machinery, consumer items such as furniture and clothing. There you go, guys. So it's not even just your food; it's gonna be your luxury items. Your machinery is your car parts and your cars. Okay, your electronics is obviously those Apple devices and Samsung devices. A lot of phones in general, pretty much all of them are made in Asia. Okay, and then obviously your goddamn freaking designer. You already know how Jake will be about that. All right, so hey man, this shit about to get crazy out here, man. Okay, that shit's about to get crazy, and you think people are about to afford all these taxed items, man? They can barely freaking get a job, man. That's why I brought up the recession article, because in a recession there's barely any jobs. Okay, people don't want to hire, people don't want to pay, and that's why a lot of people don't get raises at their jobs in the past couple of years, because of what these companies have been trying to do. And all this shit's being revealed, man. These skirts are being lifted, guys. This is Amos chapter 8 verse 11. We'll close on this. Behold, the days comes at the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor thirst of water, but of hearing of the words of the Lord. So soon enough, these people are going to start to try to find more answers. This is why people watch the news and they're very lost, guys, because they're listening to, what Esau wants them to hear. They're not hearing the real truth, which is what we're reading right now. Okay, Esau give you half the truth. Be like, yeah, shipment short, and he won't even tell you why. Or he'll just keep talking about tariffs, 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 and people don't understand what tariffs do to the things that you buy. Okay, the consumer basically. Okay, the corporations are the corporation and the businesses, but they are gonna freaking put a tax on the consumer, which is inflation. They're gonna boost those prices. All right, so with that, man, I hope you guys are able to fight through the spirit and power of Bashim Yoshai. Call halal y'all Bashim Yoshai. Until next time, we say call halal y'all Bashim Yoshai. Double honors to those an apostle of the Green Millstone who rule and taught me the truth and a sincere citation. Hopefully, you guys are edified through the Spirit. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.